uh, you know, you are someone who is pursuing a very uncommon uh, uh, career. What is your advice for people wanting to be an artist, or people who want to pursue something that is not mainstream? They don't want to be the accountant that their father want them to be. They want to be doing something they like. What is your recommendation? What is your advice for that?
Well, it's very cliche, right? But then I've always believed that you have to follow what you are passionate about, and a lot of people would debate on that. But then I still continue to believe on that you have to follow what you're passionate about. I don't bel I believe that I do not work every single day because I love what I'm doing, and so I don't see it as work. I see it as my life. And so I would continue to tell people, or to tell those who would love to pursue arts or design, to follow what you're passionate about. It is then our role, it is then your role, to figure out what you really love to do, and how that love of yours translate into your greater purpose. My metric for my success is not, and never will be, power, fame, or money. It never will be. Rather, my metric for success is my ability to be able to serve people, because that is my purpose, to serve society. Art and design is the expression or the methodology that I am able to use so that I am able to serve my purpose. I'm passionate about helping people, serving the society, and I am using my businesses, my art, my design, in order to be able to translate that passion into something concrete. And so go follow that. We have this theory called blue ocean strategy. That is
Yes.
create. Yeah. So the blue ocean strategy, which is something we coin in business, that you need to find your niche, whatever it is, and create a new market out of that. Art has been there for the longest time in the Philippines, but then no one was doing fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found my niche, and I
You found your
found my
blue ocean.
entry. Yes, exactly, and I'm very happy that a lot of people are doing it as well. I'm glad that there are people better than me, because that would mean we have done our job in propagating the word.
Now,
So
what you've just said that is so important is that you're using art to serve people, and there is a fundamental purpose behind it. And you also mentioned that it's not. I'm paraphrasing here, right? It's not going to be sustainable if you're doing this for recognition and fame.
right,
So if
true.
you're not able to find that inner purpose, it will be very hard.
It will be, and that is the reason why there are certain artists or designers, or whatever field they come from, or we come from, when we are not grounded to our true north, or to what we really are passionate about, then we just fold and leave, and it's so easy. But then if you live your life with art, or you live with your life with your purpose, then no matter how hard it is, then you'll make sure that you'll see it through.
There is a very interesting question in the chat room. It says, "Do you have tips to a young artist that want to dive to sustainable art?" So this person by the name of Asrina Suhaila, it says that since you say you did not do it for fame and money, is money not important in life? So that's very important question. So over to you, Mr. Francis.
That is an important and difficult question as well. To the question, is that therefore money is therefore not important in life? I would definitely say it is important. It's better to cry on a Mercedes. So
like that.
Not that I have one. So, I mean,
Uh,
kidding aside, we have to make sure that our initiatives are sustainable, and that means we have to find ways that it has to be financially sustainable as well. Money is important. Money is important because that is the only way we are able. That is one of the many ways that we are able to sustain our initiatives, our projects. If we, what I'm trying to say that, however, is that it is not our driving force. It is not our fuel to do what we need to do. I currently have around 3 or 4 companies, and of course, we try to make money out of it. Okay. For example, one of which we just launched during the pandemic, which is it's a health powder using ginger and turmeric. That's one of the company businesses that we have right now. It wasn't about the profit that we thought of. Why we've opened that was, number one, because science has proven that ginger and turmeric has good effects in terms of your health. And so we wanted to solve that issue about immune system, boosting your immune system. And so that's why we launched that enterprise. The second motivation was we wanted to help our turmeric and ginger farmers. Third was the profit. It was only third. It was the first two. Those were our purposes. Boost the immune system because of the pandemic, and then to help our farmers. Third was to make profit out of it. But basically, their money is still there. But then these two, they are our foundation on why we wanted to open and launch that business, the turmeric and ginger powder business. And so I hope I answered the question.
that's wonderful. Now, how about Amar's question about, how do you, what advice you have for young artists that want to dive into sustainable art?
I'm a very materials based artist. So one would be you need to figure out what material you need to work on or what problem you want to solve. Okay, as a sustainability artist, you need to figure out what particular problem in terms of sustainability or environmental awareness do you wish to pursue. Then you use your art in order to express that solution.
That's very pragmatic. So identify a problem and solve it.
Exactly.
The rest is gimmick.
True. The rest would just follow through. You need to figure out what problem. My problem that I found was solid waste or plastic waste in our drainage. That was the problem I wanted to address. There are a lot of environmental problems like pollution, air pollution, or so if it's air pollution and then you're good in painting, then might as well paint about air pollution, and so that's one way for it.
That's very difficult. You have the easy one with fashion.
Well, I've always wanted to be a fashion designer.
Can you give us an example of how artists make money to sustain themselves? Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're now in the fourth industrial revolution, and we are seeing artists. We have fears that AI or robotics is going to replace creatives, artists. Big data is going to replace traditional painting or traditional art. Yet, one of the income streams of artists is, well, artists need to figure out first what is their business model. Because in my business model, my art and business design are totally separate. And one of the ways I could create income stream from my art is through creating sculptures, commissions, murals, the very typical one. However, I have my design studio that we work with companies in terms of branding, in terms of marketing, in terms of visual communication, in terms of creating catalogs, creating flyers and leaflets, and designing websites. And that is how designers or artists would be able to innovate or reinvent themselves. Artists have to reinvent themselves in the fourth industrial revolution, in this digital age. Otherwise, we would be left out. And so, creating products that solve a problem. It could be it could be a shirt that responds to humidity. Designing that, it could be creating shoes that could fly, make you fly. Then that's product design, industrial design. So basically, reinvent oneself as an artist. Go digital, but then don't leave your traditional as well. So yeah.
That's very important advice.